I literally just got wiped out. This is despite wearing dragon chain armor. Boy, there are lessons in this loss that I really hope that you take with you forever.
Meet Kevin just lost everything investing in a company he should have never been involved in. He lost $420,000 on this company. And in most cases, if someone lost that kind of money, I'd feel really bad for them. But of course, in Meet Kevin's case, I don't, because he's one of the biggest grifters on YouTube. He's made millions of dollars profiting off of the people who were desperate for cash during the pandemic. If you don't know, his channel went from 100,000 subscribers to over 1 million just on stimulus bill videos. He made over 100 of them. Just any little piece of content that came out about new stimulus bill videos, he put out. His channel grew like crazy. For whatever reason, people kept watching that type of content. It was profiting off of desperate people. So I honestly don't feel bad that Meet Kevin lost $420,000. But this is the video we're talking about. Crypto just made me lose everything. He's posted it on his channel. I'll have a link to it if you want to check it out yourself. We're going to break down some clips from this video. But before we get into it, let me just explain the situation as to how Meet Kevin got in this situation in the first place. So Meet Kevin, who made about $20 million off of YouTube ads last year, wants to get his grubby little paws into everything he can to try and make money. So one thing he decided to get involved in was cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency was really hot in 2020 and 2021. So he decided to invest in a cryptocurrency company, much like Jeremy from Financial Education did. I posted a video about Jeremy. Jeremy got involved in a company called Voyager Digital, and what they do is they make money selling cryptocurrency to people. So they make fees off of that, selling it to individuals. They also lend cryptocurrency to big hedge funds. They lent about $20 million worth of Bitcoin to a hedge fund. The price of Bitcoin went from 60K to 20K. The hedge fund was not able to pay back Voyager Digital, and now Voyager Digital is going bankrupt. So Jeremy, who invested in the stock of that company, Voyager Digital, he lost 97% of the value when I made the video. Now it's 99.9%. He lost all of his money on Voyager Digital. Meet Kevin did something similar, but actually far worse than what Jeremy actually did, and now he lost all of his money as well. So by taking it a step further, Meet Kevin didn't just want to invest in the stock of a company that was involved in cryptocurrency. Meet Kevin wanted to be an angel investor. He wanted to be a part owner of an actual cryptocurrency company. So if you don't know, angel investors are people who invest in small companies with the hopes that someday those companies will grow massively and bring in a bunch of profits for the people who invested in them early. That's what happened with companies like Uber. Uber had a bunch of angel investors earlier. Now all those people who invested in Uber when it was a small startup are all, mega millionaires or billionaires in that case. So that's what Meet Kevin was trying to do. He invested in a company called BlockFi. BlockFi was very similar to Voyager Digital. BlockFi had basically a savings account where you could put your cryptocurrency in the BlockFi savings account and you could earn about 6% interest in cryptocurrency over the course of a year. So they made money off of that, and they would lend out your cryptocurrency to other people. And so that's how they would make money off of that. Meet Kevin decided to invest in the company, $420,000 to buy in as an angel investor in the company. And BlockFi, because of the massive decrease of cryptocurrency from 60K to 20K, no one is getting involved in BlockFi at this point. They can't lend people's money out because they don't have any more cryptocurrency to lend out to people. And they actually just had a massive investment from another company that is going to potentially buy out BlockFi. And because of that, Meet Kevin's angel investment is now completely worthless. Now, what's really interesting is that Meet Kevin can be both incredibly smart and incredibly stupid in just a very short period of time. So what I'm going to show you in this clip, this is him actually predicting over a year ago in March 2021. He was predicting how this BlockFi company and Voyager Digital were going to collapse. Like he said this, he made a video about this. He's like, guys, these companies are going to collapse. These are bad companies to invest in. And what's amazing is that after he made this video, he then invested in these companies. Like, that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Made a video talking about how these companies are going to fall apart and then go ahead and invest in them anyway. So listen to this clip. This is him talking about how he realizes BlockFi, Voyager Digital, probably, chances are they could fall apart.
Coin goes from 55K to 5K. That's a big drop. It's about 91%, right? Well, this is going to go down 90% to about $12.50. What happens now? Well, now Sally gets wiped out. Sally got destroyed. And this could be a flash crash. This could be a day. Sally instantly gets destroyed because you have smart contracts that instantly take her money away, give it to Voyager. The problem is Voyager is left with an asset that's worth a whole lot less than what they thought it would ever be worth. So now they only have $12.50. They just lost money. When a company or an institutional investor loses money, and this happens at scale amongst hundreds or thousands of different client accounts, because we have no idea how many people are on margin. We don't get that kind of transparency from the system. We don't know. We don't know how often this GUSD is lent out over and over again. We have no idea. Let's say Voyager goes bankrupt. Okay, Voyager goes bankrupt because they're like, wow, we just tell all these margin losses. Well, CryptoFi is probably going to have some issues as well, but I'll tell you the first thing that's going to happen. Kevin and Michael are going to be like, oh crap, please let me have my GUSD back. And all of a
See, right there, in this actual video from March 2021, he predicted that these companies would go bankrupt. Possibly they could go bankrupt. So like I said, at times, Meet Kevin can be very smart. He's obviously very, very intelligent when it comes to real estate investing. He absolutely knows that market. The stock market, he doesn't really know what he's talking about. Cryptocurrency, he does not really know what he's talking about. But in some brief moments, he's very smart and he makes good predictions. But then he flip-flops, he completely turns around, and he invests $400,000, $420,000 into this company, much like what he did with the stock market in January. Through all of 2021, he was a big investor. Diamond hands, we're always going to hold, guys. And then he sold everything, all of his stock in January, and completely ticked off all of his fan base because he had paper hands and sold everything. So in this next clip, Meet Kevin actually breaks down as to why he flip-flopped and got involved in BlockFi, why he invested and became an angel investor in this company. Now, this clip is very interesting. I'll stop it a couple times. A lot of interesting tidbits, so pay close attention to this.
What did I do after March of 2021? Well, I did exactly what I said I would do. I would stay away from stablecoins. I'm like, hell no. No stablecoins for me. That is just lending money, and lending money is stupid. See,
I actually agree with Meet Kevin. I know this is going to be a huge shocker, but I actually agree with Meet Kevin in this situation. For someone who's been in cryptocurrency since 2017, cryptocurrency is incredibly volatile, so it's very unpredictable. But stable coins are not true cryptocurrencies. Stable coins are coins that are controlled by corporations. And what cryptocurrency was created, when Bitcoin was created, it was so that no one entity controlled Bitcoin. It was basically a currency for the people. Everyone owned a part of it, and no one owned exclusively. No one was controller of it. Like the USD is controlled by the U.S. government. These stable coins are controlled by corporations. So I stay away from stable coins. I think everyone should stay away from them. So I actually agree with him on this point. This one point that stable coins are something you should stay away from. They're not actually true cryptocurrency.
I come from a real estate background, and my understanding is that when you lend money, you might not get your money back. So I didn't want to be a lender. I wanted to be the broker. I wanted to be involved with like, hey, we'll make you make the loans, but I don't want to be the lender. And this is interesting because not only am I a licensed real estate broker, but I used to be.
What's really interesting about that clip is that he realizes like how dangerous stable coins are. And he's not going to get involved in actually purchasing stablecoins. He knows that. He's smart enough not to get involved in stablecoins, but he doesn't care if other people get involved in it and lose all their money. He doesn't care. Like he's perfectly willing to invest in these companies that are creating the stablecoin because he's not a true believer of cryptocurrency, which is really interesting. A lot of people who joined his channel in 2021, they liked him because he started making a lot of cryptocurrency content, and he would talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum and all these cryptocurrencies, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy, he's involved, he loves cryptocurrency like us, and that's simply not the case. Meet Kevin just jumped on the cryptocurrency bandwagon because it was hot. And he was perfectly fine jumping in bed with all these major corporations that were making the stable coins. He was perfectly fine profiting from them and not actually getting involved in the actual cryptocurrencies. He just wanted to profit off of the people who were buying stable coins. Okay, so this is the part where he actually goes into how he actually lost all of his money, and he confirms what I just said as well.
The safest investment was in the institutions. The worst case, the people lending their stablecoins would get screwed, but the brokers transacting it would be fine. You lend the money, a lender gets screwed. Broker still keeps the commission. Well, that real estate style thinking got me wiped out because in May of 2021, I agreed to invest in BlockFi as a venture capitalist.
I like how, right here, this is how much he invested, $420,690. That's a meme, right? He basically, he has so much money that he could invest $420,000 as a meme, right? It's not just like, oh, well, this is a large percentage of money, I'll invest $500,000. How about I make a meme number, 426.69, right? That's how much I'll invest, because he made $21 million off of ad revenue last year from YouTube, from people watching all of his boring basic content, regurgitating whatever stock was currently hot in the market, right? And now he's making a lot less money because the stock market isn't hot. And he was basically just talking about whatever stock was currently, the top talked about on Twitter.
Investment. I invested $420,690 into BlockFi, which is more than other people invested when they say they did things like starting a bank or buying a bank.
He's taking a jab at his former friend, Graham Stephan. Graham Stephan actually bought into a bank that he started, part starter back in, I think, 2019. So he's making a jab at Graham Stephan there.
You could do that with little investments like 25, 50, 100, 200K. No, I didn't even talk about my investment, and I've still put $420,690 into BlockFi. Here's my wire. And CNBC just released a wonderful article saying that BlockFi is now in such distress because of the Three Arrows Capital margin call, and that margin call not working out, and that good old risk management from BlockFi not working out.
So, I think our scale and capitalization and experience in risk management is something that really stands apart from other folks that operate in this market.
BlockFi is now being sold for less than 99% of its prior valuation, potentially all to Sam Bankman-Fried for just $25 million. And all the venture capital investments are wiped out. Well, folks.
So there you go. His investment capital fund, he didn't invest in a stock like Jeremy. Jeremy, in my opinion, like I said in the Jeremy video, if you watch that, he shouldn't have invested in that company. It was a dumb company to invest in. But I actually think that was a smarter play than what Meet Kevin did. He actually invested in the stock of a company, and the stock, as long as the company doesn't go to zero, which it did, but as long as the company doesn't go to zero, you're still going to have some value, right? As an angel investor, there's like 10 times infinite more risk being an angel investor in a company as opposed to owning the stock of a company. And that's what Meet Kevin did, took a massive risk being an angel investor in BlockFi, which is now being sold because they have no more money. They're basically bankrupt. They're being sold to another company called FTX, which is another crypto company. And the angel investments that people like me, Kevin, and other people paid to get into the company are no longer valued. They basically have no value at this point. So Meet Kevin is out his entire 420,000 meme purchase. So there you go. That's how Meet Kevin lost everything investing in a cryptocurrency company. So there's a couple things to take away from this. First off, Meet Kevin has so much money that $420,000, he can invest that as a meme into a company. That's how incredibly rich this guy is. Second, Meet Kevin was never really a true believer in cryptocurrency, which a large percentage of his audience in 2021 came from people who thought he was actually someone who cared and believed in cryptocurrency, when in reality, as you saw in the clips, he just wanted to profit off of people who were investing in stablecoins. He wanted to profit off of these corporations. These corporations don't actually believe in cryptocurrency. They're just getting involved in it because they know there's a lot of money in it. So he's not a big believer in cryptocurrency. He just wants to get even more rich off of it. And finally, Meet Kevin has thrown his millions of subscribers under the bus, because Meet Kevin has had sponsored links to BlockFi in his description for over a year. And I guarantee you, because he has, 2 million subscribers on his channel, I guarantee you he has thousands, if not possibly hundreds of thousands of people who used those links and signed up for BlockFi and put their money in BlockFi to make money off of their loan program that they have. If you invest cryptocurrency, they had a 6% return in cryptocurrency payments that you would get back from it. And BlockFi has actually canceled payments, so that you can no longer withdraw your money from BlockFi. Now, that may change in the future. They may allow people to withdraw their money, but as of right now, people who are still involved in it, people who still have their cryptocurrency in BlockFi, can't actually withdraw their money. Meet Kevin doesn't care that he threw all those people under the bus. It's just about him losing his $420,000 meme purchase, right? Just a joke, guys. I lost this money. Oh, all you people, all you normies, you only have like $20,000 and you put it all in BlockFi and now you're screwed. I don't care about you, but I lost my $420,000 meme purchase, so you should feel bad for me. But there you go. That's Meet Kevin, how he lost $420,000. I feel bad for all the people who lost the money because they listened to him. I don't feel bad for Meet Kevin at all. The guy is one of the worst grifters, made, like I said, millions of dollars off of YouTube, off of people who were desperate for cash and looking for stimulus bill videos, and that's how he got super, super famous. But I'd love to hear your comments below. Leave them below. What do you think about Meet Kevin? What do you think about this whole losing all of his money on the BlockFi company?